You've seen it in the movies, right? The hero hops into a fighter jet and just flies it. Ever wonder, hey, could I do that? Well, today we're going to break down what would actually happen if a normal person like you or me got behind the stick of one of these incredible machines. Let's get right into it. So just picture it for a second. You're in the cockpit. By some miracle, you've actually gotten this thing off the ground. You're soaring. So what happens next? Well, the reality is a whole lot more brutal than anything you've seen on screen.
Look, let's not beat around the bush. The short answer, you die. Plain and simple. But the really fascinating part isn't what happens, it's how it all goes down. And it's probably not for the reason you're thinking. See, it's not about accidentally hitting the eject button or pushing the wrong lever. The real killer here is an invisible, totally overwhelming power called G-force. You felt a tiny bit of it on a roller coaster, right? Now, imagine that feeling cranked up to 100. That's the world a fighter pilot lives in. The second you start to pull any kind of real maneuver, the G-force just builds up with terrifying speed. We're not even talking about pushing the jet to its limits yet, and already you're hitting 4 to 5 Gs. At this point, your body is under a kind of stress it has just never, ever felt before. So, what does 4 to 5 Gs even feel like? The source material gives this absolutely perfect, crushing analogy. It would feel like a full-grown elephant is sitting on your chest. I mean, your body weight is literally multiplied by 5. Every arm, every leg feels like it's made of lead. Just trying to breathe becomes this massive struggle as your lungs fight against all that pressure. And it only gets worse from here. If you push that jet just a little bit harder, maybe pull a slightly tighter turn, you're going to blast right past 5 Gs and into the 6G range. And this is where your body really starts to give up. At this level, the force is so intense, it's physically yanking the blood from your brain down toward your feet. Your vision starts to just tunnel in, everything goes gray, and you start to black out. Pilots actually have a name for this. They call it G-LOC, for G-induced loss of consciousness. For them, it's a danger they train for. For you, it's the beginning of the end. Now, if by some absolute miracle you're still awake, you're about to face an even bigger problem. One you just can't overcome. We're talking 7 to 8 Gs. Your body is now being pushed way past its biological breaking point. And this is the critical moment. Your heart, it's an incredible muscle, but it just can't pump blood against 7 or 8 times the force of gravity. It's an impossible fight. It loses. Your entire circulatory system just fails. And unfortunately, that's a one-way trip. And here we are, the point of no return. A modern fighter jet can pull 9 Gs, and even more, without breaking a sweat. For an untrained person, though, this is a force the human body was never, ever designed to handle. There's just no coming back from this. I think the source material puts it best with this final, chilling quote at that kind of force. Quote, "Then you will never be able to come back down from up there." It's a really sobering reminder of these invisible, powerful forces at play, and the unbelievable training it takes for a real pilot to not just survive this, but to completely master it.